like disgusted with humanity when I was serving and bartending in a way that I'm not as much anymore. I mean, yes, there's still things going on in the world that I don't agree with, but like overall, I remember being like downtrodden by the constant, like having to be nice to people who didn't deserve it. Like that guy grabbed my ass. It's fine. You just burned me with your cigarette. It's okay. Like, I remember feeling like I wanted to kill these people sometimes, but I just allowed it. Like, I allowed a lot of things in my life that I shouldn't have allowed because I had a mindset growing up that allowed a lot of things that I shouldn't have been okay with, but you know, I did. And so in bartending and serving, what do we all say about that? You learn about people's lives as a bartender. Like people talk to you about everything going on, even if you don't care, even if you're literally just like, yeah, oh, oh yeah, oh hey, hang on 1 second, I've got a customer, you know, like it doesn't. And then as soon as you're done, they're like, hey, so anyway, as I was saying, and you're like, oh my god, I don't care that your sister and your cousin got together and went on a date and they didn't know. Like, I don't care. And that's, you know, I think that has something to do with living in Florida. And bartending in Florida. But yeah, so I remember just feeling like whether it was like dudes being inappropriate with me because they were my customers and they knew they were tipping me and they knew that I had to kind of put up with their crap because if I wanted to make money, they could kind of get away with whatever they wanted. If it wasn't that, it was just straight up rude people. And that's on both sides. That was women and men just being haughty, needy, instant gratification type people that had no patience and just were rude, just generally rude. Didn't tip. Like maybe they would get really good service, but they were like a terrible tipper. And like you have to deal with those people. And sometimes people don't know they're a bad tipper. So like you just try to play it off like it's fine, you know, like I'll just, you know, put a down payment on a house with this $1 you gave me on, you know, $40. It's fine. Sometimes people don't realize. Sometimes they do realize and they do it out of spite. But sometimes, you know, you've got those poor unfortunate souls that just never were in the service industry. They can't relate, you know? So we put up with a lot. We put up with a lot as bartenders and servers. We really do. We make it work. We put our income first over ourselves. I do that. I did that. I'm not a bartender anymore, but when I was a bartender and when I was a server, I put my income first. It was so important to me to know that I could pay my bills, that I just kind of like became desensitized as much as possible to people's inappropriate behavior.